And another 8 teams waiting to get to battle once we do get to that next stage.
Yeah, Entropic versus Heroic as well going on our secondary stream if you want to check that action. But here we go. We're live and the smoke from Chopper already thrown on out. Dexter with one of his own, and it is going to be a fast A towards Donut, and the flashes are through. You can see just how passive kick it is, and first bullet out.
I mean, Mir, you can't fault him. He's just trying to take space, but he's just slightly ahead of that smoke. Pop and Buster pops Cherry. Pops Chopper's head like a cherry. Either way, hanging out in the temple. And I'd be saying my prayers if I'm Dexter as well.
Oh, they're pushing spawn on there. Oh, never mind. They're not pushing anywhere.
Everyone has hit their shots. It doesn't really get much more convincing than that, Chad.
That is some sharp shooting right there out of VP. I think they're all got headshots in that little pistol. So really good stuff out the gates. And you can just see right there why that A bomb site is so difficult to go into. The passive line that Kickit just had with the USP. Imagine that with an AWP, right? Imagine if you're going to be running out without the smokes up or even before them right there. Punishment coming on through, but the bomb goes down, the force buy coming on through.
Yeah, and I mean, Mir, it's a name we haven't found ourselves saying a lot, actually, on Inferno. He used to be, in the conversation for Rising Star of the Year.
I think statistically speaking, for Spirit, before that Inferno game, he was their highest rated player in the tournament so far, I think. Yeah, we'd always love to see him getting aggressive around the smokes. Electronic-esque, I think, was how we looked at him. But straight up, straight into Cave, and they want to fight right here, right now. Dexter and Magix with all this room, and kill going to go in the favor of Yakinda here. They've already been able to stifle out this early pressure coming on through.
Yeah, mid was smoked. They're going to wait for that fade, and it's Flit's responsibility to at least report back. You can see James going to give him a flash for info. Boop. Have a look. No one's home. Chills his beans. But with red smoked, it is on Flit. Isolated at this point. He's got Kicker in support. Bait and switch. Lovely. Flicked by VP. Magix has won the duel, though, and it's a big duel to win. The B site, little do they know, is wide open for business, and they're actually walking straight into the Dragon's Den. Rotation required. Kinder and James concerned. That's a big find. Flit looking for the answers in mid, and he's actually found a headshot instead.
There's a lot of gaps right now.
Yeah, they're actually rotating to the wrong site. So what was previously full our VP members is now barren. And at the 30-second mark, they'll start feeling a little too quiet. They may have to tighten their shoelaces and go for a jog. Kicket's considering it already.
Yeah, there's just so many problems, right? Mid into Red House is an issue, but now they've given up mid to Donut. You can see Magic's just coming and clearing on through. They're even going to boost SDY for good measure here just to clear everything out. Chopper should be able to get control and plant, but Kickit can ruin this now. The peek on out, the swing is there, the shot to follow, and Kickit with a double.
He's so sharp today. The same kind of frag we saw on his pistol with the USP. And now Chopper, a missed shot. He won't get another. Kicker is a man possessed today. 4 in that round, 2 in the pistol, and they saved their hides. Like, that could have been so much worse for VP. It looked like it was a Team Spirit's round to lose.
It looked like a lost round, right?
Yeah.
It looked like a lost round there because as soon as they gave it the bomb site and nobody was there in time, Kicker is so lucky to get there in the perfect moment and to hit the shots. No easy feat. Another bomb goes down. But VP keeping so many players alive, they even scoop up that AK-47 for Yakinda to carry forward. And here we go. Let's continue the strangeness, shall we? Spirit are going to go for another buy off the back of that plant. And this time round, it's 5 Galils, everybody with one across the board. There's util around this as well. They have enough for mid control. They can smoke off the donut. They can do the molly in front as well. A little window smoke to boot. This is a deep smoke here from Kicker over towards the long doors of B. That can help facilitate more aggressive maneuvers. There it is. You're going to see that one bloom. Having to run through the grey screen is Chopper.
And there's another smoke. It's layers. You will not go fast B, is what that set of util has said.
That one at the top of the B ramp right there is... Where did that dink come from?
Where did Chopper's health go?
Did Yakinda shoot a bullet? Where?
What? On the same frame he swapped nades, or was it... There's no other explanation.
Well,
I just didn't see it happen. Anyway.
Okay, well, Chopper, the walking wounded right now. 10 HP for him.
Oof.
Here's that mid control.
Loving this. Now, it's likely Flit and Kicket's responsibility combined.
Kicker has to worry about Donut as well as A main right now. So a lot of responsibility again, but so far he's passed the test with flying colors. You
won't really be able to disrespect this smoke. Here comes Dexter, and yeah, just
Beautiful.
taking contact in perfect
Wombo
unison.
combo.
Exactly. No man alone here on the VP defense.
Very strong B defense as well, and it is a difficult side to hold, especially with all the util, but a little bit of that was lacking for Spirit. And kick it again, just pops across. They don't know he's here.
James?
They don't know he's here at all.
He walked through the smoke, and look at the opportunity. Oh, the double back into the play. It's turned it completely around. He's only stuck with the UMP, so far from ideal. Chopper. Oh,
Where's the gun?
Yeah.
Where's the AK?
The AK evaporated.
All right, well, James going to wonder how he pulled off that Houdini moment right there, but they swipe him away again, right? A moment where things get a little bit dicey, but dealt with, and now Spirit without the plant will have to take a save right here, right now. Lost bonus has built a decent amount, but not enough to get all the goodies out. Now
VP CT side though, that was the most convincing one so far in terms of team play, not just the individuals like Kick It saving the day.
The weakness right now, well, I guess they're being a bit more dynamic here, so they've just sent 2 towards middle. So, oh Jesus, Joseph and Mary caught in no man's land right there. Flit, jumping, not looking. They've got that B control. Lucky to be alive. The Deagle of Mir not landing, not hitting anything on target. And now they have this full B control, right? They can just park Yakinda here as long as they keep eyes on middle, so he doesn't have to worry about the ledge jump up behind him. He can patrol that B lane for early info. Oh,
Can't believe Flit's going for a reaggress. He's actually, walked to the fight, does catch Mir. Yakinda, responsible, and passes with flying colors.
That's beautiful. That's what you want to be doing on the CT side to lock down that corridor. The kills are coming too easily here. This is a good-looking VP out the gates early. Bombs all the way over towards T-Spawn here, and SDY on 22 points of health. Let's call this the 4th round. I
question whether or not an early timeout might be the play here, because don't forget just how bleak Team Spirit's T side was just on Inferno.
Yeah.
Like they lost. They haven't won a round, Chad. In I can't do the maths.
So we have 8 plus 4, 12.
Thanks, man.
There you go, 12 rounds. Now, if your kids,
creative writing,
if they're in primary school and they're learning their basic maths, they can join us.
Yeah.
We're us too. So we'll help them out. 2 plus 2 is 4, and after that comes 5.
I believe so. And 10 is more than 9, which is the amount of players we have in the server.
Confirmed. And we do have a timeout.
All right, and I could spell it for you if you wanted.
Yeah, do it.
T.
Yep.
I. M. Out.
Close enough.
Yeah.
We'll give you an A for effort. We'll give you an A for effort over here. Just to take a little bit of a look at how some of these gun rounds have unfolded early, right? We have seen Kick It using his utility to help out over towards B. So it's clear that VP are more worried about losing the B bomb site than they are A. Maybe feel that they can retake that without too many dramas. It is very easy to harass the plant spots on the A bomb site with utility. If you rotate in through CT spawn, the Molotovs to spam through the smoke, the same through Donut. And if they have very good retake utility, which they do on a map like Vertigo, if you've historically followed Virtus.pro, on Vertigo, when they retake that B bomb site, they have really good retake utility. The same could be said here. I want to see that kind of show up first before I sign and deliver it. The match has been unpaused, so it looks like we should be getting action back underway. And to note here, we do have Dexter into his big green. Things might now start to settle into more of standard play.
So...
yeah.
Just ancient T-side AWPing. I mean, I was just going to outline that the options are pretty limited. If he's not going to get much action A, it would be a bit of a waste of resources. He's probably going to get boosted up on his box. He'll be smoked and stare at it for a while. Hope Yakinda peeks him out of the lamp room.
There's that mid util. You see the molly towards Donut, the smoke as well, and Red House smoked off. So having to respect that. And everybody throwing out their protocol nades here at Team Molly to deny the push Yakinda, but he is across. A big fight against Magix should be on the docket here.
Yeah, and this time with the mid-control, Magix doesn't have to have his head on a swivel. He's not concerned about any funny business, aggressive CTs mid, so this is really just going to be a straight head-to-head between some of the most prominent aimers in the server right now. He's safe from the flash, unlikely to full commit, but the sound cues have been heard. Yakinda readies himself for battle, and careful with your spacing, fellas. Chopper, where were ya? Ooh, a dink. Yakinda struck first, but Chopper strikes even more heavily. Catching Buster in pursuit of the trade. He's here in low HP, 1 HP, but no. Hold his nerve, and I can't believe Dexter's been robbed there. Just through the corner. Flit lives on, but it still should translate into a round. Now Chopper's gone, forced to watch, 48 seconds and counting.
Delay on the plant here. They just scooped up the bomb now. So they will make their way in, and they have a bit of residual utility right here to drop another smoke, a couple of mollies, but Flit looking aggressive.
He's going to take a risk. Yeah, why not? Delay the plant, make it awkward. Time is of the essence. Dexter planting, and they babysat nicely. Mir keeps his heart beating for a second longer. Tuck now in. We were talking about retake utility. Well, Kick It is alone. Dexter confirms it. Dexter? What were you up to? Goes hunting. And now, with all the retake package, SDY is going to have another duel with him. No!
No!
Oh my god, he knows where you are. And he's going for it because he's a pro and he doesn't fake the 1v3. A heartbreaker for Team Spirit. And Dexter's going to slap his palm to his forehead. What is that? 5-0.
Was there a miscomm there? Because that flash came after. Were they expecting the flash and then Dexter was going to run on out through that smoke? That should never have happened. It must have been a miscomm. A massive fumble right there. Like this right here, you see the flash coming after from SDY. Okay, thanks for telling me where you are, SDY. And then Mir just steps out the smoke on that.
He gets the info.
He doesn't commit to it. Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, okay, thank God. Okay, really need everyone to just like shake it off. Maybe put on some like Taylor Swift or something. Reset.
That is horrible scenes. We have 4 players right now for Team Spirit just on 1 kill. Chopper leading the charge with 4 to his name. That is miserable. 8 kills total in 5 rounds played. Continuing the onslaught on their CT side VP, and it's not just all their own doing some mistakes to help them to get to this point. Kick It yet to die. 11 kills, 0 deaths. Looking beautiful right now. Double mollies towards mid. And hold them at bay here. And wow. Team Spirit, I bet they were hoping they could take multiple timeouts back to back. Not to be the case. Magix drops a flash, and little do they know there's multiple members around the corner. A boost up and over, using the gaps, and that's an opening. Beautiful stuff from Magix there.
Yeah, Flit's going to ruin their day. He's going to ruin their day in a very big way. And look at the restraint. He'll just take the equalizer, and it's Buster's responsibility to extend VP's advantage.
Flit's gotten away.
Just away. They're looking like a much better squad here, VP, today on Ancient. FaZe were running rings around them on their T side at times, but right now, VP, they really have locked it down. And crushed Team Spirit's spirit, if you'll pardon me there.
If they had any left.
Wow, James. Caught off guard, but still hits the shot. Leaves us in a 2 versus 3.
Here's the problem. That's the bomb on the back of SDY that Flit just saw. They know exactly where it's going. No more water bug. Don't worry about that. But they can start rotating the second man over. James can join the party of B. Bomb site with Kick It, the immortal at this point.
It's 40 seconds, Chad. If James throws out a little ramp smoke, which he's doing...
They're ahead of it.
They are ahead of it. But they're worried about Cubby. Kick It's time to strike. Dexter looking the wrong way. Another easy collection and a problem now. SDY needs to give him a confidence booster here. He's only got 20 seconds to do it. Every angle covered. James as well, just punishing anything he tries, any funny business rotating through, and another one to the backside. Kick It. Neither of his kills looking at him.
Nah, and now just sitting pretty. 13 kills. How long is it going to take until he dies? Let's see. You wanna put some odds on this?
I'm gonna.
Now that we've pointed it out quite clearly, it's probably going to happen this round.
Yeah.
So how much do you believe in the caster curse?
Oh, it's real.
It's real. So you think this round Kick It will die?
He will. He'll be the opening death.
I'm gonna give him 3 more.
All right.
I'm feeling lucky today. And double mid util again. Both mollies completely laid in the floor there with flames. Rotates towards Donut. Like the setup I'm seeing here in Buster.
No, man.
You can't see anything, mate. Leave him alone.
Spirit have lost 14 rounds in consecutive fashion across these 2 maps. And oh no. There's nothing to show for this one, Spirit.
Destruction right now.
They're trying to take some chances, but VP, they're switched on. Something. A slight shining light. Another dink. Yakinda's vulnerable. Trying to dump his util to bide some time. How is he not dead?
Oh, he's not going to live, is he?
Oh, no! There's nothing more to be said. How is he alive and he's got 1,500 smackaroos into his bank account?
Oh. Okay.
I am not a Team Spirit player, but my heart is breaking. I mean, just... No, man, no.
That sums it up quite nicely, I think, everybody. Well, couldn't be going worse right now for Team Spirit.
Like, I know, like, you know when your skin gets all hot and you're messing up your angels? That's not for the major. That's not for the legend spot. These boys are going to be feeling all kinds of unfair and uncomfortable human reactions.
Discombobulated, I think.
Yeah, this is horrible. I mean, this is a start. You haven't seen a Spirit opening in some time.
Yeah, and that is going to be the second kill of Mir here today. So they have something to work with, you're right.
And to return to the analyst desk conversation, I still find it interesting that it's a component with Ancient being in the pool, but is them picking this against a team they played oh so much, you know, actually a demonstration of their mental fortitude on their own confident picks?
Yeah, it's a punish. It's not a confident pick.
You're not picking into your strengths. You're trying to pick into your opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah, and right now they've gambled correctly. So VP is set up for success again, even with the man down.
Yeah, there's another. I mean, a 3v5. Everything suggests this is Spirits to collect, and now a dead James. Surely. There should be absolutely nothing more to be said about this one, and Buster confirms our suspicions.
And Kick It went down. So there we go.
That was 3. Was that 3 or 2? Yeah. I
think it was 2. Like, that other round happened so quick. Yeah, I think it was 2.
Okay.
I think it was 2. You're all right. Yeah. So we split the difference. I said 3. You said 1. We'll be in the middle on 2. This shot from Buster here, likely. I was going to say to go on down. He gets some damage to the box there. Buster tagged on up and continuing to frag right here. You need to be careful, Spirit. I know that you've won the round, but still need to start working on a little bit of a T-side bank here yourself. Don't want to give everything up.
Meanwhile, James just looking at him, like from his side
Licking his
profile.
lips.
He's just proud. What a save. Nice, man.
That's
nice.
beautiful. You've seen him.
You learn from the best.
You've seen me do it many times before.
Yeah, but he's just looking at him like, because he knows that's coming straight to his hands. And we will be getting back underway. Their finances are swelling. I mean, that's to state the obvious, given the score.
But that's the change-up, right, is they went for double ops in a round like this, and the opening happens, they kind of chased Yakinda out of town there. They forced them into the line of sight of Mir. And then James getting 1, if he got the double, then yeah, maybe a chance, but 1's not enough, and the A execute does actually pan on out. The double ops retained, Buster and James wielding those bad boys again. Same utility used in middle. You can just see how much crowd control utility there is from both teams. This lane area, very, very important here, and it's a huge battle between Yakinda and that of Magic's every single time.
I loved the boost opening they managed to find onto Yakinda, but since then he's continued to mix it up, and he's actively trying to catch anyone ratting the smoke. He's brave enough to fight mid. Oh, and Mir does go down. No trade available despite Chopper being oh so close. The setup is broken. VP converting. It's Magic's trying to give them something to hold on to, but already 70 seconds for Dexter, and his barrel's about to betray him.
Hello. Guys, I think he's B. Oh, he's so locked. Coming through T-spawn as well here. Kick it. Start making
as he picks up the bomb.
Oh, he didn't hear him. He didn't hear him. Oh. What are you going to do? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I love that from Yakinda as well. The idea of Weedy being behind those smokes and then picking out towards middle and having Jame there as the safety net, right? Jame in cave with the AWP. If you want to try and chase Yakinda or you want to try and take cave where he just evacuated, you have to get through the AWP. So this is great. 8-1.
Interestingly enough, in the RMR, to qualify for this one, they played Inferno, Dust 2, and Overpass, finding Overpass as the second. Ancient is the only mix-up.
Which RMR was that one?
That was the Starladder CIS RMR.
They had one extra one to everybody else, didn't they?
Yes. But it was a full 3-map series, and Spirit won.
Yeah, I think here, like, obviously, we've spoken about it a bit, and it is a massive story, right? We can only dissect the VP that we have in the server now and cross-reference that with the VP that we know. And the thing is, I don't think, I mentioned it already, no one's going to argue that Flit isn't a firepower upgrade compared to Sanji. That we can all agree. It just was going to be the approach of VP in their game, and you're already seeing some differences here. One of the things I thought that might play in their favor is the honeymoon phase, right? Somebody comes in, you get a new vibe, right? You get that freshness, and you know, you don't feel as bad when things go wrong because you know it's a newer team, and if you can catch fire, you can catch some confidence. Maybe they can run with it here. They didn't have the hardest of times in the best of ones. Phase in the best of 3 didn't go great. This would be a great way for them just to get through straight into that legend stage with the 2-0.
There's a full mid-control util set for you. You'll see Donut, Red, Smoked, Lane, of course, a threat. That potential to be picked from the ledge. One of the players has got that in their flight path. And whoa, look at the aggression. There's some speed to this. The trades favor the CTs for now. VP continue to line up headshots. Yakinda actually disrespecting that mid-smoke to contribute the one. Dexter down. But this is a competitive round. Buster, I can't believe you're opting for that close quarter angle.
Is this a shotgun or an ult, mate?
It's a shotgun. And he's looked the wrong way. Really starting to look like a second potentially on the cards. Jane with a miss. Chopper pulling his team into their second round of play.
Yikes.
That's a slip up. That's the first banana skin we've seen from VP.
Is Flick going to give this a crack? It looks like he's having at least a look.
SDY likely to peek on the sound cue here.
Oh! Almost onto Chopper there, but you have to question what Buster was thinking. That death secured the round.
Yeah, but can you explain it?
I can't.
No, okay.
If he's concerned about Long and he wants to hold on to one of the two, yeah, okay. But anyway, regardless, Team Spirit have been able to grab their second round. Now, one more round required here against a bit of a broken buy of VP. It's a deagle for Buster. The rest have got rifles, but util light and no defuse kits in the mix. So
they managed their finances pretty well there. It's still threatening. Jame on his AWP. Yakinda's up close. It's very quick from Dexter. What an entry. Just like that, the close corner. No better weapon for the job to clear it, and he's ready for more. Trying to track on the cross, a wide swing, gets him close. Buster now neutralized, and this one's falling apart. It's only that rifle from Flit. James in a prime position to contribute further, and there's Chopper, loves the wallbang, looking for it. He's been met by Mir, a nice late arrival. And that's the round. Spirit finding their foot here.
We're going to finish it off there as well. Some great aggression out of Dexter there, 3 for him in the round. And that's when that more pacey, more direct approach from Spirit looks good, right? When they don't just get denied and the trades don't fall against them. They get the opening, get the follow-throughs, apply so much pressure. VP scampering on over to try and lock things down, but it was already lost. And now their finances too. Cash is broken, loss bonus not looking good whatsoever.
Chad, if you had to guess like how many seconds this game camera has shown the A site, it's probably like less than 20 in the entirety of this half.
Yeah, I guess we had the pistol round where they just got disintegrated after they planted the bomb.
Yeah, and then kick it in the second round, disintegrating them again.
They walked in and then they all died.
Yeah, so the first 2 rounds we got to see the first letter of the alphabet. For now, though, Spirit have demonstrated the capacity to break into B and have broken the economy. So looking for 4.
Yeah, I think right here, if you're not familiar, those pistols right over there, they're called the starter pistols. You know, you get them for free. You get them for absolute free here. So
now you can see it.
This is what it looks like, guys. You got the double box, you got the big box, you got a nice little boost up there next to the tree. You can go in that little temple. You
have that most criminally underchecked corner by the plateau box.
Yeah, that one right there. Like to see like players like Axile, I think Rez was playing there as well. They just kind of chill there on those eco rounds.
Well, I mean, it's because you've got so many other angles to be responsible for.
Yeah. Donut as well is a bit of a prickly position.
This is where I'd actually give the USPs some odds. Oh, wow. Lovely little pop, but they don't choose to push on it. It does get Mir very defensive, and I'd assume Kickit should be aware. Oh, nice try, but Mir's too good.
Yeah, you can see the A site smoked off here. A deep temple smoke. One towards the side of the site. And there's a kill for Buster. Going to be mopped up quickly by SDY. And we'll call this one done and dusted. Just Flit, just James trying to knife something. He liked what Yakinda did earlier, and there's Flit. He's gone. A couple of kills, not too shabby, but 8-4. And this is, by the stats, guys, quite a CT bias map.
Yes.
So if you're Team Spirit right now, 4 rounds is actually pretty good. I know it doesn't seem that way, but 4 rounds is pretty good. Whatever they can get on top from here is going to be great. If they can get themselves up to 5-6, really quite a good half here. But it was just feeling in the early stages like the second half of Inferno was carrying on through, and the VP shutout was looking to continue here. But the mid control quick this time, out they barrel, Flit in no man's land, and the kill his way. Mir's down, looking desperate as they head back towards A.
That was hyper aggressive from Mir. And James jumping for info. It's unlikely he'll be able to get the smoke down before. Yeah, weapons equipped now. Get some info. A passive jump for it. Ready to extinguish. This is interesting now. Do they commit? You kind of, I was going to say have to. Flit will hear the retreat. He's going to be relaying that information. Loud steps on the retreat. Yakinda's already readying to catch any lurky boys B, but he'll be able to check mid as well. So powerful position for him to be in here.
With that info he's just taken, you know, it is a good opportunity for Buster either to hedge his bets, rotate back to mid, or push on down, right? You can either leave Yakinda here to hold mid, or you can leave him to hold B, and it looks like they've opted for the B side as mid is the area of traction. A flash and a fight.
Oh, he could. I mean, he'd be setting himself up for the potential double. Magix is responsible. He has Kick It to call upon if he needs aid.
His back is just completely turned to B right now. Like, he's got a sixth sense about this one. There's no one behind him.
Yeah, fake the steps, rotate back to A. In fact, look, VP, no. Oh, and Kick It collects. Chopper, that's more of an indication that they're trying to go A. Here they come. Jame in Temple, close on the CTL. Buster's ready. And bringing the fight. They strike in unison again. It's so brutal. It goes from 0 to a 1 round. VP 9. Spirit 4, and as you discussed, don't forget, yes, does favor the CT side, but not only winning the half, but now extending that lead. And the timeout called. Team Spirit want to take that pause.
It looks like it's a technical timeout
Okay.
here. We have just had a player drop from the server, so wanting to get all those little bits and bobs sorted. It is SDY at the end again, so hopefully not too many dramas here before we can get this one back underway. But right now, it looks like Team Spirit are expecting to force VP around the map, and VP tend to be one step ahead in a lot of these occasions here, because that is a perfect example right there. Chopper hears the rotation coming on through CT spawn with the footsteps. Kick It's waiting for that, right? And he gets baited in, Chopper dies, and at that point they have a very good idea. And one of the key things that I think that VP had for them, especially throughout that online era, was Yakinda was a player that they could just leave on a side of the map on his lonesome. And he could just hold it down. They'd have a lot of faith and confidence in him. The fact that they had so many players heavy over towards A, it's a feature of the fact they can leave Yakinda, and the fact that they're reading them very well.
It's a luxury, isn't it? And I think that what's so good about, especially with Ancient and the way that contributes, is the fact that not only can Yakinda be on the most commonly hit part of the map, and the most important position to hold in lights and lamps, but he can actually also play a huge amount of information on his own back and use his own best judgment to the point where he is the perfect man for the job. It's a lot of responsibility. It's like the solo B Inferno Orpers, you know, you get to put your Zywus on it and Vitality sit there and play a confident 4-1 setup. It's similar in that respect, and of course it was rare to see such a stubbornness from Spirit to hit the A site. We talked about it. Haven't seen much of that, but in the round 13, we do get to see a gun round head that way.
Yeah, just to keep everybody up to date here, it just was a PC crash, so we're hoping to get that one fixed ASAP. And we'll get him back in as soon as we can. Looks okay. So I've just received word from the voices in my head that they will be switching the PC. So 3 to 4 minutes. So now, if you want, right, I'd recommend quickly running to the loo or grabbing yourself a drink. That would be 2 things that you could do within these 3 to 4 minutes.
Talking about voices in your head.
Yes.
Do you talk to yourself? Like, as in, can you hear your own dialogue? Like, you know, is there a voice? Does it have a voice?
It depends, right? When I go through my everyday, because I'm on autopilot with the most of the things I do, right? But when I'm sitting there and I'm actually forced into a time where it's quiet
Reflective.
and I have nothing, like when the power goes out in Malta, right? When the power goes out in Malta and you haven't charged your phone, that is the time when you do sit there and I do hear my inner dialogue.
When you're staring at the candle, going back to your caveman days.
Yeah, because that right there, I can't even read a book. But yeah, like that's not too bad whatsoever. But yeah, I do have that voice in my head.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting. Some people don't. Some people straight up don't. I think so.
I don't think about it, right?
No,
but
nor
I'm not often in a situation where I'm not stimulated by something.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a dopamine fiend. I'll always try and find some form of stimulation or distraction.
But I know when I tried to go on, well, I don't want to call it a health kick, but I know when I tried to be a little bit more mindful about myself last year and I was doing yoga and stuff in the mornings that, you do get a bit more focused, right? And that's one of the things here that I think, if we want to relate that back to Counter-Strike in a big way, right, is that these
You're
players...
already pulling us back.
Well, no, it's just because I think that it is something which is important for this type of a situation.
Yeah.
Because if people at home aren't familiar with a technical timeout, you're not allowed to talk.
Yeah.
You're also not allowed to type. So you have to sit right here, and that dialogue that you have in your head, you kind of want to keep it on point. You want to keep the intensity there. You want to keep going through what's next. What do we do? Make sure you don't start to stray your focus, that you start to think about the external factors, or that you don't let the moment of the scoreline being 9-4 start to mount on top of you, right? That's where, we can draw the parallel back to Counter-Strike, because that dialogue inside your head is actually going to be important in moments like this.
Yeah, 100%. And it's, I think, mental game. Obviously, it's the notoriously unquantifiable, but it is also something that we can observe. Like, there are some players that I think just have world-class mental. Simple, obviously, is a prime example. Like, I mean, he hasn't always, but it's something that you can see a clear upswing in his ability to just focus on his problems and his successes.
He has a championship mentality here, and this is like the major for Na'Vi coming in where they're the clear favorite. But speaking of simple, last night on his Instagram, he did like an AMA, and people could just send him on Instagram and ask questions. And one of them that came through, and this one I found quite amusing. It was, who impressed you in Challenger stage? ? And his reply was, no one. Now,
the VP mid laner, is it?
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, okay, all right. I know, I see what you've done there. But, yeah, like, you see that and you read and you think, okay, you know, like, what type of Counter-Strike have we seen? What type of Counter-Strike are we expecting to get out of Simple here? Do you see that 1-on-5 that he had on Mirage in FPL just the other day?
Bro.
Right, that was awesome to watch. Like, from the enemy's position, right? Like, that was really quite fun to watch.
And I reckon, you know how like the FYP is like in a machine learning algorithm, like on Instagram, you know, this For You page, basically it works slowly tries to appeal to you with different content.
Okay.
And I'm just suggesting that I reckon Simples is just like Kobe, Michael Jordan quotes, Mike Tyson, because I get some of them in mine. I reckon every single one of his is like, I need new haters because the new ones are fans. Every single one is just motivational quotes from GOATs. Wow, that made sense and rhymed. But back to off-topic discussion, because I have no ETA. Another one in terms of what you can visualize. I'd like to know, you guys at home, can you visualize, if I say pink apple, like a pink apple, can you visualize it in your head? Can you see a pink apple in your head?
I think of a pink lady apple.
So I can actually straight up see like a full 3D render of a like bright pink apple. It's got like a maybe cyan core, like it's different colors as you take a bite. You can't visualize that?
No.
You see? How interesting. Brains
like,
are all weird and wired differently in there, and
like if it was in front of me and like you've just explained it to me, then like I can get it. Like it's not that I can't fathom its existence, it's that I don't build the mental picture of it.
How about a tree made of water? Could you visualize that? I can. Like it's all bibbly wibbly, it's all contained.
I have an idea of what it should or could look like, right?
Your own picture of it.
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't picture it quite visually. Like
it's more wordy?
It's a bit more like, so this is what does water look like? Okay, and you know, they kind of go from there. I don't know. That's a curious one. I'm not great at thinking.
And there he is on your screens as well to highlight your Kinder once more. The desk outline. He is calm like water. He is. But the desk outlining him as a win condition. But at this point in time, I think credit really does have to be given to Kicker because he's gone above and beyond. On Inferno, he was leading in opening duels. He was leading at the top of the scoreboard. He finds himself on 17 frags here on Ancient as well. No one from the Team Spirit roster has broken double digits. He's closing in on 20.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good day at the office here for Kicker. Now, we shouldn't be too far away. We're just loading into Steam right now. That's when the phones come out, the Steam guard comes on through, and just make sure the config and all those bits and bobs are looking pretty. But there is also a B stream going on right now. If you're interested in that one, it is Heroic versus Entropic. I'm not quite sure what the scoreline is over there. It's twitch.tv/PGL_CSGO. Okay. I'm getting the reports in live and direct here. It's 8-7 currently for Heroic on the second map of Nuke.
Interesting. Okay. So
first map went to Heroic, right, on Ancient?
It was, yeah.
Okay. So it's not too bad over there by any means for Heroic. This is a qualification game for them as well. Winner of that will join the likes of Copenhagen Flames and FaZe, who went through yesterday. Just to go through the teams who are currently waiting in the Legend stage. Let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. Na'Vi, Gambit, Liquid, everyone's favorite EG, of course, NIP, Furia. Damn. Who am I missing?
I missed the list. I'm sorry.
No, you're all right. Gambit, Na'Vi, Furia, Liquid, EG, NIP. Why am I blanking? It's big names I'm blanking on here too. Oh, G2, of course. And the last one... Oh, Vitality. How can I forget about Zywoo? Thank God. Yeah, all right, there you go. Two massive ones. The French. I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally mean to leave the French representation out of things here. Nico for G2, and obviously Zywoo for Vitality. So some big names waiting in the wings here. And that'll be on Saturday. We do this all again. The Swiss stage, same situation. Best of ones is the establishing matches. Best of threes is the decider for either progression to the Champions playoff stage or elimination from the event. But here you go. We're back underway. Thank you for bearing with us.
And to kind of get you back into the frame of mind for this half, it was very much one-way traffic. Spirit unable to post a single round on the second half of Inferno, and it took him a while to get started here on Ancient. But Dexter starting as he means to go on. A 9-6 half is straight up competitive.
Yeah, it'll be a really good half, and that's a huge opener right now. This one is going to be a very awkward round for VP now as they're hedging back towards the B-bomb side. Again, Dexter trying his luck against Jame, but he's going to get one back in a 4v4 as the fights continue. Yakinda and Flit chime on in. Magix is down, and it's fallen apart after the opener.
So quickly.
They just went and took the fight. You're there? All right, we're coming. That's normally when the round just like settles in. Do we wait for any... That's what you want. You want the CTs to go aggressive.
And there's more to come. James gets jiggled. No real stress yet. Oh. Mir, however, has just called the A site pretty damn wide open. He's cleared the big box. Kickit even concerned about middle, so it's
the timing.
It's a potential timing, exactly. James been summoned. Kickit wants back up, and the smoke will confirm his suspicions back to the temple. James fills the gap mid for now. The bomb will be planted by SDY. There's denial.
Oh, no, it won't.
Brutal angle. SDY denied, and this one's fallen completely short of the mark. Wait. Oh. That's a flank. Mir, 2 targets on his plate.
Oh my god.
This could be huge. This could be absolutely gigantic. Now the 1v4.
Yakinda's low.
Falls into a 1v2. Bombs on site. He's got time and he spots out Flip. That's the healthy one. He's hit the headshot as well. Mir to save spirits, hopes, dreams. He's gone all the way round to the A side of the map. Yakinda could catch him off here. It's about denying.
He's playing the bomb.
Yeah, makes sense. Will Mir fake? Oh, and he strikes. Yakinda denies. Mir with nearly another hero play. That's 2 now. 1 per map, where they could have been 2v4 on Inferno, 1v4 for him, Mir, and it comes down to the 1v1 again.
Can't believe how far he's been able to slink into the backlines there. That was very good positioning, but it's all too little too late. This is how it started with the trade back onto Dexter. The nades coming on through, and Kickit denying the plant right there has thrown the round on its head. And that's the thing, Mir knew that Yakinda was somewhere over towards middle, but just wasn't ready for it, the low HP.
Oof.
And here we go, the last round, the buys in, the Tech 9s, the Galil, and Flit's about to fight.
Yeah, he's so blind, and they may be too. I think they caught wind of him.
They're chasing. Jame?
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 Hey, brother.
Jame.
Could be a problem. Spirit, with just Tech 9s, have got a bigger advantage than they've been able to find with a full buy. Smoke's down. High flash, Flitz on the reload. The bomb's surely going to be uncontested on this one. Look at all this util dump. They've got more to come as well. There's another couple of flashes of smoke. Zendry will not stop the bomb plant. SDY gets it down. Advantage Spirit. They have to make this 5.
Shadow.
Locked, loaded, ready to rock and or roll. A 2-on-2 now. It's become competitive, but SDY's flank is everything. Kickit's aware of this. Is a timing on this. He's going to be patient. And as it fades, SDY did look away and down to 2 HP. Jame with an AWP. The health not so relevant anymore. That they fake catching Dexter on the look. Quick one. This gets awkward now. 5 seconds. Oh, it could have been. It could have been just shy of the mark. Whistles past the shoulder. And 5 will do.
Yeah, 5. All right, we can work with that if you're a Spirit fan right now. 5 is better than this was looking. 7 in the hole here, being able to get a respectable half. I'm quite to see a CT bias map of Ancient right now.
Chad, I'm going to hit you with some hard-hitting analysis here. It's a really important pistol.
All right, we'll slap him in the face with the cliches early. We'll let you all know.
It's a really important pistol. I mean, you just can't... If you're Team Spirit, you've had really bad starts to the last 2 halves.
Now,
they
here's
went
the
down
thing.
0-8 in 2 halves back-to-back.
SDY, don't knife Chopper, all right? As we have a little bit of discussion here, right? Leaving spawn, guys, we cannot risk losing any HP before we even see the bad guys.
The bad guys.
The bad guys. Well, you got the good guys, you
no,
got the bad guys.
I remember in the playground, it was always like you split up the teams. You want to be the goodies or the baddies?
Well, it's quite clear who's who in this.
Let's go. Ooh. Interesting decision. A 4-man mid setup?
Jame, you're about to... A rude shock.
I'm not interested, says Jame.
Buster is.
And he's going to run towards the A site while they try and break into a 1-man B defense. I say 1-man.
Chopper likes this box, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it could be potent. If they go for an open plant, okay, good angle for the plant.
Well,
Chopper's been spotted out. He's got his backup though, no stress.
The boys are here.
Yeah, and Spirit are hitting all the necessary headshots. Yakinda's at least isolated them. James going around the world to really ruin the day of Spirit. They can't lose this. They're not going to be aware of this though. They're not going to be expecting this. Yakinda's already extended play. Now James strikes. Now an equal exchange. Can't find the head, running out of bullets. Kickit contributes. This is madness. And it's going down to the wire. A 1v1. They had 5 players up against 3. And now James can play the clock. He's called the bluff. He's just hanging out. Inspecting the cobbles, tucks in. The clock is on his side. And the most important pistol for Spirit's hopes of a Legend stage run early. Denied.
That's miserable. Look right now on the screen, just under James' toes was where the defuse kit was. So even for Mir to get the kit and have any chance in that, he would have had to have gone through James regardless. Like, it looked like it should have been Team Spirit's round.
And the reaction of conceding a disadvantage and still having the guts to go all the way A. If anything, it works in 2 ways, because hopefully you're hoping Donut hears you and they over-rotate the wrong way, but it still leads to a beautiful flank.
It's a massive risk, right? You bang on there. Like, it is a risk to take, but that was the round-winning flank. So the only way to get through a round like that was with a play that we just saw. And look at this. That's a 5-on-3 at this juncture. Yakinda gets 1 back. James now throws the round to distribute because they know the flank's coming, so they want to force the site fights to completely negate James from the round, but he still ends up winning it.
And we say round winning, we have to also direct some credit to Kicker. He's on low HP, and again he finds a double. He's got 22 frags.
It's a great game from him so far, but look, this is going to be one of the last chances that Spirit have, and they put all of the chips towards the center of the table here. It's going to be the Famous coming out for Mir. The rest are going to be upgraded into some pistols. It's actually 3 5.7s and 1 Deagle. No defuse kit, 3 smokes, a bunch of flashes, and a Molotov. Deep molly from Magix here. We'll hold them at bay, but if you are VP and you guys caught Inferno, you know on the T side, that doesn't necessarily have to be a rush, especially against a low buy. You first of all want to identify where the stacks are at, what type of buy that you're dealing with, and then you're going to get a little bit of a move on here. So the passive 3-man stance outside of the B doors. 2 players over towards A, defaulting, and Yakinda, the point man through, spots one and the other.
Ooh, good restraint, baits into the Buster hold. Clears out Cubby.
Looking very calm, Buster. He is going to be just chilling out behind the smoke here. Magix is getting closer, 2 HP. Bit of a...
What's Magic's plan with that? Is he just trying to underhand the smoke? Yeah, okay. So yeah, just trying to hopefully buy some time for this mid push.
But the thing is, because the CTs are so active, if VP just...
Oh, it's going to be the perfect time, isn't it? Nice hold. Actually, works out wonderfully. Allowed to reposition, reclaw an advantage. There's even a weapon that could potentially find itself into a Spirit member's hands. No one's going to retrieve it. There it goes.
James here. It has to be back towards B, but this is where they need to break the 3 players right now. Remember, Magix is low, 2 HP. Dexter close 2, and Mir ready to swing on out.
This could work wonders. If Magix baits them, yes, and a frag as well. Can he get anything more done, though? He's lost his partner in crime, and he does take another head. The 2 HP Wonder Child delivers a competitive round for the boys of Spirit. A crucial one. Buster's not expecting Mir. And now only James. The molly will enable the plant. He has to disrespect it. That's fair play to Mir. He had a read of the situation. It would have enabled him to isolate some jewels, extend the finances of VP, and you can see what it's done to them. No plant, 1,400 in the bank accounts. It is going to be Spirit able to close the gap here.
Yeah, VP can't even drop like AKs and Galils across, so it is going to be an awkward looking purchase. There has been a scout bought for James, so Kickit will drop that across. He's going to get a Deagle back for his troubles here. Buster, he's... Okay, yeah, finally buying out a spawn. I was going to say maybe he's going to hold on to some extra cash just for something a bit fruity in the next round of play. Nice nade. Good damage done to James here, but they're going to allow the scout to search. Now, the reason he's going to scope in early, like you can see here, obviously he is aware of the pushes, but as you start to enter A main, if you make noise, it's all heard from the donut position. So you need to be careful with the sound cues in this part of the map.
SDY's going to be careful with these jiggles. James quick. And the util. Ooh, he is quick about that. Quickly gets himself out of dodge, and Mir ready to do a lot of nade damage. Start counting that up. Does chip away at Flit and Yakinda. The patience on James, just struggling to track the quick head movements of SDY. Mir will clean house. And the gap begins to close.
Both very low here. Let's call this 7. Now, it will have to be the save for VP here. Team Spirit have a cushion right now. This should be the 8th round. You want to avoid as many deaths as possible. Make sure that they don't get that bomb down. And it looks like we have a bit of a timeout coming on through. SDY is the one not moving here just yet. So
he's been having PC issues.
He has. So maybe he just has to tidy up a couple of settings. You know, coming back in, maybe something just has been overlooked here. It was a change of a PC. You've got to worry about, you know, graphic settings on the desktop. You know, a lot of things you got to get right.
Your point of precision.
TeamSpeak. It always seems to like blow the new gen's mind when we're like, oh yeah, we use TeamSpeak. Yeah, we don't use Discord.
Yeah.
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 Well, back in the day, we used to use bloody Ventrilo, and most of you probably don't even know what Ventrilo is.
No.
Shout out to you old timers. Then we go even more old school. We can talk about MIRC.
Now that was.
What was the UK server on?
QuakeNet.
Okay, we were on Enter the Game.
That was another server?
Yeah.
Damn. I just remember just how good it felt when you got, like, you'd been hanging around long enough to be starting to get recognized in the IRC, and then the next level was when I got, like...
Plus V?
Was it Plus? Yeah, Plus V, that's it.
Yeah, on Plus O. So
oh
Plus
God,
V was like,
throwback, bro.
like a VIP, and Plus O was like an operator, so then you could do that, you could change the title
Extra
and that
commands.
kind of stuff. You could kick people and stuff from the channels. Just, it is going to be a little bit of a PC restart here again, I think, as the game crashed. So a couple more minutes. Oh, actually, it looks like we're getting underway quite quickly. SDY is back in. The match medic has been called upon. So
gonna have a quick look at that B stream as well. Let's have a little update as to how Heroic Entropic is going. Oh, it looks like you got a really competitive one over there. If you're interested, it's easy to find. It's PGL_CSGO. An 8-7 on the second map, but it does look like the T side out of Entropic is competitive. So worth checking out if you're interested.
Yeah, you'd want to hope that Heroic are like the heavy favorites in that one, especially after losing to Flames yesterday, right? And Flames have been playing fantastic Counter-Strike, right? But Heroic coming into this, we wanted to see them in their best peak form. I'm hoping they warm up more into the tournament, assuming they do qualify for that Legend stage. Entropic will get another chance tomorrow. So that will be the same for the loser of this series on your screen right now. Whoever loses out of VP versus Spirit are not eliminated from the tournament. They will have one more crack in a best of 3 tomorrow. We have Mouse Sports versus Renegades. So to any of the Aussies who are watching early today, I don't know if you're going to be awake later tonight to see that game, but Dexter versus his old team of Renegades, which he left for European soil. That's a fun little storyline to keep tabs on there, but that one's for elimination. So it's a bit of a Game of Thrones scripting.
Who's writing that script, man?
That's like horrible.
Oh,
the poor boys.
Like you know, that was one of those situations in the same way like Nork getting replaced, where you just kind of you sit there and you go, okay, man, yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Oh, Tex, you've been offered to bring Oceanic in-game leadership to the Tier 1, European soil. You take that.
Yeah.
You take that. I don't blame you, bro. But now they're about to go head-to-head for elimination of the Major Dream.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. You can see that on the right-hand side of the screen here. We just brought on in that scoreline from the B stream. But we do get things back underway. And where we left off was VP staring down the barrel of an economical here. Just going to save their pennies and keep that piggy bank full of as much cash as possible here. In the next round to play, it will be the 2,400 loss bonus.
You know what, Chad? I'll say it. There is a 100% chance. 100% chance.
Of rain today.
Of rain today? No, of VP losing this round. There is a 0% chance that Spirit will let this one slip.
You've gone full Jason Moses O'Toole.
He always told me, he said, never go 100%, but here I am, speaking in absolutes like a Sith.
Yeah, you don't want to do what Jason does. He's renovating a bloody house at the moment.
Yeah, no one wants to do that. Faffing around with insulation, not my jam.
He's got a couple of cute dogs, though, so we'll let him off the hook. But one of these rounds, when you are on a full eco, one of the best things that you can opt to do here is take the time to wait for the CT protocol utility, right? For them to lob out the smokes, the Molotovs, use their HEs, because all of that will need to be reinvested in the next round of play. That's going to keep that CT-sided economy relatively humbled. But on the other side of things, if Team Spirit don't throw out the nades, eventually you're going to have to put some bodies on the line here to keep them honest. Flip with a little bit of a wiggle, has a good idea that Temple is where they reside, stepping on in. SDY does go down. Dexter under pressure now.
Okay, damage has been resolved. And that's the end of that. Just the one casualty. No one's going to get too upset over on the Team Spirit side, and certainly not upset to see that gap closing. I mean, again, Two maps back to back. We've seen large CT slews out of VP, but they really did claw it back, really responding well to find themselves the 5 necessary in that T half. And now that's 3 on the trot. Team Spirit's defense, stringing it together, winning that force buy and building upon it. There's a perfect highlight of exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, coming down to that 1v1 in the pistol. Didn't really last much longer. The great force buy and its conversion. We're into a full gun though, Chad. Let's see how this one shapes up. Oh, hyper aggressive. Magix, he wants control of lane and he's got it. That's the power of the deep smoke, Chad.
But they lost 100 HP between the two of them right there. Mia and Magix are both burnt down to 44 points of health. That is a lot to give up for space alone here. It's just like the banana control they were going for on Inferno.
Quick knee-jerk reaction from VP is head A, but look at this. Chopper anticipating it, reading it well. He'll be in a prime position to contribute.
They've almost completely evacuated that B bomb site right now. They've just left one man, which is Magix, with the MP9 to jiggle P.
It almost feels very reminiscent of Inferno, right?
It does.
Like they've just smoked, deep smoked banana, taken full banana control, and it's in the same way VP, classic VP form, they go poke and prod at the other side of the map and will return.
Okay, well, I understand because on Inferno, as you mentioned, VP did get a move on when they knew it was a heavy presence towards the other side. But now they've just chilled, and still remember, Magix and Mia are half HP.
Dexter's been summoned, trying to get his AWP into a prime position. He may be a bit late. That's aggressive. Magix catches him off guard. He took a chunk out of Buster too. Hard shot missed by Dexter. Jane breaks into the site, leading with that AK-47.
Oh.
Multiple targets they line up, and this one disintegrating for VP. Kicker's looking the wrong way, about to be pantsed. I say that, so it's bated breath. This is a powerful position to be in.
Buster's definitely dead.
Yeah, baited a little. Kickit might be able to do some damage, but the time's so sensitive, it's just unlikely. Yeah. Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, all right. Well, that one, even with the HP disadvantage that was taken earlier, I couldn't believe how much they were willing to lay on the line right there.
It's a Jaguar, not a cheat. It's the first time I've taken a closer look at the kitty. You were telling me.
Wait, Kickit, don't go down up the time. That is a nightmare. $50. What the bloody hell is going on here?
Oh, you can see the smile on his face. It's been a while since we saw that. Chopper knows how much that means.
That is massive.
What happened there? I averted my gaze. I assumed he wasn't to be cleared.
They spammed through the wall. It didn't hit him, but I think that he thought they knew where he was. So he's going out to look to see if he can. That's bad.
That is bad.
Like he was already in a tough spot, but he actually took the fight to them. So.
He's got $50.
Yeah, next round he is going to get the full max loss bonus of 3,400. So if they can plant, it's not the end of the world, but they have to plant here.
All right. A different mission for VP. The round a bonus, but the bomb plant compulsory to overcome the disadvantage of the death after time. Oof.
Just a strange one. And they've been stalled out again over towards this B lane. Definitely not as much real estate for Spirit to work with here, but they would need some bangers, and Dexter's nade looks like it's destined for damage and success. Comp that one, Buster.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but I think Spirit have snuck a couple of magnets into Buster's Kevlar. He's been catching these nades.
We have smokes for left and right. You can see Flit and James lining them up.
It's only going to be Magix now. Like, if Magix can delay, then that bomb does not go down. If they can find that insta-dink, they're cooking. They're cooking with gas, and that's the end of Magix. Chopper knows what's up and fights through the smoke. SDY joins him. They
couple of wobbles, but we got the players at least on the A stream within that little tournament environment, the studio setup that you can see here.
I'd say wobble is onomatopoeic, would you? Wobble.
Yeah.
Wobble. Disrespecting the smokes. It's not a wall. And there goes another tech timeout.
This time it's not SDY at least. It's going to be Magix this time round. So a couple of wobbles, but we got the players at least on the A stream within that little tournament environment, the studio setup that you can see here.
I'd say wobble is onomatopoeic, would you? Wobble.
Yeah.
Wobble.
Yeah, like jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I kind of visualize
it. Or like a big piece of like corrugated.
Or like a wobbly head, a bobblehead. Wobble.
Yeah.
I kind of feel it.
I'm with you. I see where we're going with this.
Magix is on its way back. Fingers crossed. We'll get this one back underway shortly. A reminder as well that tech timeouts does mean no talking. So in terms of momentum, it can get a bit uncomfortable. Don't forget, Spirit are on a real run here.
Big versus Ents, just having a look at today's matches, is another massive game that I think is going to pop off today. I won't lie, I wasn't hugely impressed with Big, but then against Renegades, they did own them. That was dismantling right there. So hopefully we get that Big against Ents today, because Snappy and the boys have been looking good. The Movistar Riders versus Tai Lu, that one's for elimination. And I don't know which side I would be willing to fall on that. I think that Tai Lu definitely lack in terms of the experience in this type of a field.
Yeah.
And Astralis versus Pain, and that should be an Astralis victory.
Should be. Certainly, unless the Astralis of day one somehow completely resurface.
Yeah, look, you're hoping now that they have a bit more confidence in themselves. The Godsent win yesterday, it wasn't the cleanest, but it was still a win. So they have to remember who they are, right?
They do. And I know what the desk was saying as well, that like had it Pain, Godsent were given the luxury of facing Astralis after that terrible day in terms of, broken mental and potentials for comebacks. And, the way Anders was talking about it as well, he was bang on when he was describing that this was it was the most like brutal way to be losing the game for Godsent. Like every 2v2, every mid-round, every 3v3 was going the way of Astralis. But that's a confidence booster for them. We'll be talking about that later, because we're back in, folks, and mixing it up off the back of the extended timeout. So Yakinda's going to take contact on this. SDY dropping his util early. They can just respect that cut noise. Stay chill. Yakinda's going to try and sell this as best he can. It's only SDY. Oof. Good util usage. He's been throwing it regularly, and they're just going to walk in. They're just going to walk in. He has to play retake. Oh, what the hell? A very blind kick it. And Chopper's caught another. Yakinda's luck is gone. VP's members are gone, and they could lose another one here.
The server might be gone as well here, Alex. Maybe we come back. Look at this. It's like ice skating.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, in a minute. You reckon?
Back.
What do you think happens?
I had a fun stat for you. I'll just tell you that instead.
Well, I think Team Spirit are going to win this round.
Fab one. And they're starting to forget what it felt like. The taste of victory, as this consecutive run from Team Spirit have not dropped a single defensive round since that force buy.
Neither of these teams have had patterns on their T sides. And what I mean by
rounds, it's a dramatic fall off of their contributions.
A drought.
A very big one. And they're starting to forget what it felt like. The taste of victory, as this consecutive run from Team Spirit have not dropped a single defensive round since that force buy.
Neither of these teams have had patterns on their T sides. And what I mean by that is they haven't established defaults. They haven't established what parts of map control they can take quite easily on their T sides. It has all just either been a little bit more pouncy or something that has been rushed. And now again, and this is in classic VP fashion, they've gone for a buy that is odd, right? It's max loss bonus territory. They will all be able to purchase next round. Yakinda has purchased quite far down here.
I think he dropped it.
But yeah, it's wild to be going in that fashion, right? So they're making themselves competitive, but they're going A again.
They are, and unfortunately, yeah. They can't. Oh, it's a disaster. I'm trying to process what we've just seen there. So the double incendiary, even though the extinguish came in, they flashed ahead of it. So they've got all the info that the initial intention was towards A.
Yeah, now there's no nades left.
And now cancel that.
Because it was an all-in.
And don't forget as well, Spirit were anticipating that. They even dispatched Dexter off spawn to be there to back up and bolster the numbers on A. Chopper's got a lot on his plate here, and if he doesn't check, but he will. And there's potential that they won't anticipate a full, quick presence switch up to that B side of the map.
What a defensive smoke that was. To get multiple kills out of this.
Yeah, good response out of Flit. Buster still does the dirty work, but yeah, that bomb is loose. It's not stopping the duels go in the favor of VP.
Okay, a 2-on-2. Now this one actually starts to get a little bit interesting here.
What a recovery. Magic's got to be cautious. The crosshair was there, but he's quicker. Yakinda, down and out. And James ready to take that same space away. Magic's absent. He's taking some serious risks here. And if he can tuck in, not looking the right way. Magic's greets him with a bullet. Spirit take the lead. And you can see the belief starting to grow in the Team Spirit camp.
Yeah, this is looking great now for a Team Spirit map pickup here. Now, the guns will finally come out for, I want to say everybody for VP, but based off of Yakinda only having 3.7, it might have to be the Galil it is. And you never love to see him on that instead of the AK-47. But regardless, they have a buy. They have the AWP. But what is the approach? Because this A bomb site seems like it's a no-go zone, and Had to go there an awful lot here. Way towards mid. Deep smoke as well. Jame won't be getting anything. Yakinda through the flames. Quick up for this cave control. That molly holding him at bay for now. Chopper's across. I want to drop that smoke, creating a wall. We saw Yakinda do a similar play to this, and Yakinda has a massive gap. Yakinda should get this kill if Chopper steps out too far. Just way too deep on that smoke was Chopper. That was a gift for Yakinda.
Hard to find an opening frag in that room in particular. He's done it on his own.
It's an unforced error as well. Just flubbed the smoke.
Okay, well, on the back foot a little.
I think they realized that Flit crossed here because the rotation coming in right now from Magix, he's just dropped back to cover off the red house. So, well, just left one man of Dexter towards B who still gets a kill.
It's up to Flit now. It's going to be checked. Doesn't even adjust. Can't afford to. 3 on 3.
All the kills are isolated as well. It doesn't feel like there's any trade potential. You can't take space off of this. Oh, you're not going to creep through the smoke, are you? Oh, the timing. What is going on?
Dead man. Dexter falls. Yakinda with a ballsy maneuver, and Jame anticipating that donut player. He knows SDY is still alive, and it's Mir that goes down. Magix left to his own devices. Good luck, have fun. 20 seconds if he could disrupt. It's a common clear. Yakinda looking in the right place, and as it fades, it's the first victim. Oh, Magix! Oh, that is something! Snaps to the head! VP dead! The dragon best the polar bear, and it's all Magix.
The coach in the background there, I don't think anyone quite believes it.
Bro.
And the grin on his face, magic moment right there. Let's check this one out again. The smoke fades.
Third frag, dude.
Yakinda's ready too. Snappy.
Yeah, we're not talking about Marco.
Woo. All right, well, the best chance VP have had this entire half ripped away from them. And of course, the timeout in response here. That one is going to sting. Yakinda on the timing through the cave smoke push. Jame waiting and waiting and waiting. Catches SDY, but nothing matters.
Dude, and the round's over. As he gets that first kill, it's over before the first death can communicate where he's died from. It's just the swiftest triple we've seen. Clutch, no less. Magix is present, and that might be a gift indeed for Spirit to close out their map pick here.
All right, well, now we're talking. That makes Overpass seem all that more juicy just around the corner. Now the third map in play, and well, the bomb didn't go down, so VP left with a rough one again. Couple of AKs, couple of Galils, the Tech 9, light util. The buy looking much better on the other side of things. Flint, space towards middle now. It's desperate times for VP. Nothing seems to be working here. They need someone to change that conversation, and Dexter. Smoke blooms, nade to follow through. A little bit of damage done, but space here for Flit as he makes his way in towards Donut. The duel that's near necessary. The stalemate as SDY joins the party. They're holding them at bay in middle. They have to back off because once that mid smoke fades, they can re-pick.
I feel like Kikit's actions were just to pull one of those two Donut members away. Reduces the likelihood that Flit's advance up back towards the ledge will be stopped. A nice lineup for their smoke. Enables a deep one on ramp. Enticing you into that common ramp corner.
It's enough util here for VP to go for a very basic B execute, smoking off the left and right lanes, a Molotov towards the cubby position as well, and they can go.
Jame gets to recover the smoke. He'll be throwing the full exec to enable 3 to commit with Flit from this bedroom. Counter utils out. Flit, though, what an element of surprise he has. He's trying to be loud about it. He's got the site locked down.
It's a fast flank here from
Mir. It
Mir.
is very fast from him, and he may not anticipate it with SDY taking contact. Mir does strike, the element of surprise, and now Kicker has to cancel the plant. Buster and him partnered up on the site, and down goes another. Spirit looking set. Bomb now down. It's a 1 versus 4 with only the Tech 9. Call it 14. Great recovery from Team Spirit here into the second half, and still undefeated since that pistol.
Yeah, this is great stuff, right? You're seeing now the holes within the game here. The T-side is just lacking for VP. Right? I think maybe we've had 2 full gun rounds in total, either due to saves or due to the dying after time of Kick It. Remember that? So you don't have to go back too far, but it's definitely a change of demeanor on the Team Spirit faces, and it was looking bleak. There is some fight. Plant down, the gun's out, the buy back, Jame into the AWP, but in the first half, Kick It was the hero. In the second half, VP, they need one. They need one, and who are they going to call upon right now?
Magic's the one that resuscitated them a little here, and he's lost his head quickly. Mid's taking a real gamble, trying to support them as best he can, trying to be responsible for mid and lane in quick succession, actually just changing his mind. He gives the responsibility over to SDY, and now looking to maintain at least some degree of information and presence towards this mid side of the map. They've given up A completely. It's a fair gamble, a fair cop. There's a universe where Spirit can turn this on its head, you know.
And they have enough money where they can actually stay in contention for this. Right, next round they have a buy no matter what. So they want to fight. You can understand Mia hiding in plain sight here. This cut out. Hard to clear.
He might be focused on Donut, you know. Backs are going to be turned. Backs are turned. Baby sat. Nice. Kick It. Locks it down. VP looking to actually break their silence here and post their second T round.
Wait, the bomb's going back towards A.
Yeah, Flit's got full temple control. Going to clear CT. And
SDY is.
Chopper could catch him. SDY's going to hear this. That's the bomb. That's the bomb.
Can't chase him down, but he will be quick on the flank. And if Yakinda doesn't hurry up... Oh, Yakinda hasn't hurried up. The bomb's loose. There's 30 seconds. He can try and lock this down. Look at the util, the smoke, the molly.
The smoke's perfect. The smoke is absolutely perfect. And Chopper will contribute. Jame caught off. VP, this is a slip-up. Buster trying to bail him out.
Not another one on 3.
Seconds. Has SDY got it in him? Has he got it in him? First is great on the angle, adjusting into the second. He knows where Buster was. He's going to play the time. There is no time. SDY will hear him. He can run it down. Play the angles, play to survive, and Buster accepts defeat. Another clutch for Spirit. A 1 versus 3. And it's the clock that betrays them this time.
Oh my God, nothing going right for VP here and everything falling in the favor of Team Spirit. I said, you know, they got the money to give it a crack like that, but I didn't think they would find the perfect opportunity. Not only was it Yakinda with the bomb, but it was the low HP as well. And then the util that he had left, the smoke and the molly still remaining in the back pocket. This drops. Look at the, that's, if you had a HE and a flash, it's not happening like this. The molly doesn't go down. They don't cut off one choke point. Huge stuff there, and you have to be broken right now mentally if you're VP. Start thinking about overpass because this one is done.
You could even say it's over. Jame looking for an entry. Smokes it down. And Chad, nade check. I'm counting 3. A smoke, 2 flashes. Flit onto SDY's. Something to at least build the hopes of converting and returning to their winning ways. The hero of the previous. Shut down early. Jame does not give up. Yakinda's ahead of that. And their double peak has left them looking a little silly now.
Well, look, the bomb is still loose again. They can give up kills one more time. There's another one. Dexter onto Kick It here. They still have to run all the way back.
Bro.
Miz pushing.
He can't. He might find the bomb again. No, knife out. Buster's got him. Oh, well, nearly shy of the mark. Dexter could win this. If he puts it in the spine.
If he starts running the long corridor.
Oh! It's just a smidge of Buster as he disappears off. And I think at the same time as missing that shot, we see the round and the hopes of a conversion fade away. But still, VP, they're giving us some opportunities to rounds they really shouldn't.
Yeah, Yakinda, as soon as he identified where that shot was, just hightailed it over there. So 3 more rounds and we do go to overtime. If you caught the little bug, just pop it up on the screen right there. It looks like over on the B stream, Entropic have taken it to the 3rd map against Heroic. So maybe both of the series here today for progression into the Legend stage, going the distance. Spirit just need 1 more round, and into this, they've actually had to exhaust the majority of their funds here. Magic's at the high end with 1.7 left. The rest of them Looking like they're in a bit of a rough spot here. That's a cave smoke lobbed out to deny any early aggression. Over towards A. They want to try their luck again, VP. You've been destroyed over here time and time again. Surprising to see them return for more of the same. They're so noisy on this. It's going to be heard from Donut.
Yeah, the rotation it's very far away. Very far away. So it's still a two-man defense right now. Mir desperate to contribute as best he can, but SDY's got his master plan too. As easy as that. A wild little gap for James. But SDY, you wouldn't. He wants answers. He's going to watch him to play the fade. James wise to his games, and SDY who still strikes. Pulling Spirit into the conversion here. A very bleak start for them into their map pick, but it has been nothing but a Spirit recovery. Magix was the one to really throw the final nail into the coffin of securing this.
Just returning to A again. It hasn't worked at all, and they tried their luck one more time.
It's rare to see anyone try something so aggressively loud towards the A halls, given the sound cues available. And Yukinda's one of the last players to fall. It will just be Buster, accepting his fate, thinking about overpass.
Just got a matter of time written all over this one here. There's been a couple of magnificent clutches in this map, but this one is not likely whatsoever. Sub 30 seconds now.
There you have it. Team Spirit extend play and remind themselves of what they're capable of. It's brutal. Don't forget, likely Astral is waiting in the wings should they convert against the ropes as well. This is a must-win for both of the teams. Team Spirit, Virtus.pro off to a third. And showing some resilience there. Showing some true strength and ability to recover. Things were looking very bleak. And it's still Spirit's win.
Yeah, it's good to see SDY with a massive performance. I think he ended